Hi everybody. So yesterday was my appointment in Iowa City with the geneticist. It was a follow-up appointment. Yesterday was July 9th. This is the 10th, or I'm sorry, January 9th. This is the 10th. So in my last video I was telling you that my levels were, I got the call saying my levels were 251, which is amazingly high and had me scared over the weekend because nobody could figure out why they went back up. It scared my doctor and they called the geneticist and moved my appointment from January 25th to January 9th. So that was kind of a blessing in disguise. Over the weekend, my sleep was very little because, well, there was a lot to worry about, I guess. And apparently that's what I do when I'm stressed out, is I stay up and worry. Now that's part of some of these diseases too, but we'll get into that. So anyhow, so then I talked to him and they says your levels were 251. I says yeah, but it was strange because it always took 45 minutes or so to get my test back, to get the results while I was in Iowa City, and even in Sumner. But when I had taken an O-line, the results didn't come back until like 2 days later. So I had them done at Wednesday around, I don't know, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then they told me that since it was later in the day, that they were going to put it in their freezer or their refrigeration unit or whatever and send them to Waterloo the following day. Well, then when Waterloo got them, they called and said that the levels are 251. I explained this to the geneticist in Mayo, and she said, well, then obviously they have no idea how to do this because it has to be kept cold and it has to be done within 15 minutes. Because the minute the blood leaves your body, the ammonia starts building. So you could take a regular person, test their blood the next day, and the ammonia levels would easily be 251. So that is kind of a big on O-line and quite possibly Waterloo. I'm not exactly sure yet. I haven't been able to make the phone calls. We didn't get back till quite a bit later, which is why I didn't get this recorded yesterday. So then she was telling me about the levels that I did have, and the 66 apparently was accurate, the 180 was accurate, and I apparently haven't gotten a call from Iowa City yet to tell me about the test yesterday. I should probably do a follow-up on that, but I'm pretty sure they're not very high. She told me at 251, there's no way I would be conscious. I may be alive, but I wouldn't be conscious. She also told me that some people do run a little bit higher than others. So it wouldn't be unheard of me to run, higher than a 10. She said by 70 most people are in danger, but by 100 I should know that there was something wrong. And at 180, she's still surprised that I was able to talk, but I wasn't very coherent, so it's not really a big surprise. As far as that goes, they were really excited that they diagnosed me with this ureacycledisorder, and they were pretty sure they had to wait for some more tests, but they were pretty sure that I had PKU. Well, after all this, and I mean, this has been huge on me, obviously, for a couple weeks now. They got their test back, and they were completely wrong. My urea levels were high, or my ammonia levels were high, but they tested all the levels in my urea cycle, and none of them point to a disorder. They believe that some of the levels are a little bit high, but it's probably due to the supplements that I'm taking. None of them are way off the charts where they would be if I had a disorder. They said that my liver isn't functioning correctly. It's not functioning. It's just functioning at maybe 90-95% rather than 100. And of course they want to stick some more needles in me and figure that one out. But like I say, apparently they're still practicing medicine down in Iowa City and all over the world. It's not a science yet, I guess. I was kind of upset that I was scared so dramatically. Just because they were excited to find somebody that was, as they said, so interesting. Come to find out, I'm nowhere near as interesting. I do have a genetic mutation, but it is not the PKU. It's something called malform, and it has to do with my height and weight and the fact that I wear glasses and have high blood pressure and things of that nature. It's not a serious concern. They're going to do more tests to find out what's wrong with my liver. They have found a few other things that, they found a spot on my brain when they were testing my brain, so they're going to send me to some neurologist to find out a little bit more about that. But I'm going to end this series now because I've really enjoyed and appreciated all the love and support that I've gotten, but our prayers have been answered. I may have something wrong, but it is nowhere near the concern of what I was originally led to believe. So in case you're curious, as far as my diet, I am supposed to stick to a regular diet, which means as a adult male, 59 grams of protein-ish a day. I just want to thank everybody out there for all the prayers and the support and sharing and everything. I talked to a couple different people whose children were diagnosed with PKU, and they were very helpful, and I learned a lot of stuff that I guess I wouldn't have otherwise. there was a We Care page set up a while back. That link has gone down now. I asked that it be taken down. There were 2 donations, and we've talked to the donors, and we are going to do what they asked us to do about the donations. And this leads me to my final thought of this broadcast, is that, this really made me appreciate the small things in life. And this made me really understand that we do take life for granted. And, so, while I was doing all this research, I found out a lot about the PKU and the ureacycledisorder. And so, and there's an organization called NORD. It's the National Organization of Rare Diseases. They're there to support these people who have these scary, life-altering diagnoses, and to help them financially and with travel and stuff like that. And Iowa does not have an ambassador. So after I get done with this and my couple other things get taken care of, that is probably going to be my next goal, is to become Iowa's ambassador for the National Organization of Rare Diseases. And if I'm not eligible, find somebody that is, because this is a scary thing to find out, that your life will have to alter, and that you can't do everything that you used to be able to do because something has changed in your body, or maybe you were born with it. It's still very, very eye-opening experience. And I apologize if, I was misdiagnosed and that I ran everybody through all this, but at the same time, I feel that I learned a lot of valuable things, and I want to help in this situation with other people. I appreciate all the help we received and all the well wishes and things of that nature. And I guess I'm glad that this isn't something that I have to worry about passing on to my kids. Whatever other medical issues that I have, they don't bother me anywhere near after looking into all this stuff. So, thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's just good to know that there are people out there that love their fellow human being and would try to help if they could. Thank you. Goodbye.